Have you ever wondered why nothing you buy feels as good as it used to? From makeup to skincare, we're bombarded with choices, yet somehow left dissatisfied. Today we're going to explore how the beauty industry has evolved into a machine of overconsumption. Along the way, we'll look at the psychology of more, the rise of fast beauty, and social media culture changed everything. And we'll contrast this with beauty habits of the past, decade by decade. How did we go from cherishing a single lipstick to drowning in 15-step beauty routines? Let's find out. The beauty industry today thrives on a simple psychological trick, convincing us that more is better. But is it? To understand why we're trapped in this cycle of hyperconsumption, we need to break down the subtle ways the industry manipulates us and how this compares to the past, when beauty was about being intentional, not excessive. This desire for more isn't just about makeup and skincare. It's a mindset that has seeped into every part of our lives. Let's start with mukbangs. These videos where people eat staggering amounts of food are oddly mesmerizing. They tap into a human fascination with abundance and indulgence. The beauty industry has harnessed this same spectacle. Massive unboxing hauls, endless drawers of skincare, and influencers boasting hundreds of lipsticks. The message is clear: abundance equals success, happiness, and status. In the 1940s, women might have waited weeks for their favorite lipstick to return to the stores due to wartime shortages. But it wasn't about hype, it was about necessity. Today, brands artificially create scarcity through limited edition launches and restock alerts, fueling panic buying. We've been conditioned to believe that if we don't act fast, we'll miss out, not just on a product, but on an opportunity to feel special, current, or even worthy. The beauty industry doesn't just sell products, it sells dreams. Ads promise that a $200 serum will make us look younger, that a trendy lipstick will boost our confidence, or that a viral foundation will transform our skin. This creates an endless loop of desire. We're always chasing the next product, hoping it will finally give us that self-assurance we're looking for. Ironically, the more we consume, the less fulfilled we feel. How did beauty lose its magic? In the 1920s, our choices were simple. Perhaps a lipstick in a few shades, a compact powder, and a jar of cold cream. Fast forward to today, and there are thousands of products, each claiming to be revolutionary. Instead of empowering us, this abundance overwhelms us. Studies show that too many choices can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction, leaving us second-guessing whether we picked the right product. In decades past, beauty routines were a cherished part of a woman's day. Applying makeup in the 1950s, for example, was an artful ritual, a moment of self-expression. Today, routines are often rushed, cluttered, and influenced by external pressures to follow trends rather than personal preference. The joy of savoring a single beloved product has been placed by the pressure to keep up with the latest launches. Products have also lost their emotional value. In the 1950s, women might save up for a signature perfume or lipstick, a small luxury that felt like an accomplishment. Today, fast beauty, like fast fashion, has made everything feel disposable. When you're constantly replacing products, they lose their sentimental weight and meaning. There's a psychological concept called hedonic adaptation, which means we quickly adjust to new pleasures, leaving us wanting more. The thrill of unboxing a new palette fades within days because the industry has already introduced something newer and better. In the 1970s, women focused on individuality and minimalism in their beauty routines, which brought a sense of satisfaction. Now we're stuck in a treadmill of temporary highs. If you've ever felt like your skin isn't good enough, you're not alone. This is by design. Modern beauty marketing thrives on our insecurities, convincing us that there's always something to fix, whether it's dullness, uneven texture, or aging skin. In contrast, earlier decades often celebrated natural beauty and individuality. Think of the fresh, minimalist looks of the 70s or the classic polished glamour of the 50s. Social media has amplified these insecurities. Influencers with flawless, filtered skin showcase their 15-step skincare routines, making us feel like we're falling behind. But in reality, the chase of perfection is unattainable. No product can truly deliver the kind of results we're being sold. And I mean, I'm guilty of all of this, getting suckered in for different serums and then seeing an ad for a new product and being like, oh, this will be the next thing that will completely transform my skin. So I'm guilty of all of the above. And the beauty industry also ensures us that nothing stays good for long. Trends change faster than ever and products are designed to be replaced. A lipstick shade that's a must-have this season will feel outdated by the next season. In contrast, women in the 40s and 50s often stuck to classic, timeless looks, avoiding the pressure to constantly update their routines. When we compare today's overconsumption to the intentionality of the past, it's clear that we've lost something along the way. In the 1920s, a woman might cherish a single tube of lipstick as a symbol of liberation. In the 50s, beauty was glamorous but manageable. Matching your lipstick to your nails was as complex as it got. In the 70s, the natural beauty movement encouraged individuality and resourcefulness over material excess. These eras remind us that beauty isn't about having more, it's about finding joy in the little things, and maybe, just maybe, it's time to reclaim that mindset. The desire for more didn't emerge overnight. It's the result of decades of cultural shifts and industry changes. Let's take a closer look at how beauty consumption has evolved decade by decade. Chapter 2: Beauty Through the Decades. The 1920s, the birth of modern beauty. The Roaring '20s marked a revolution in beauty and self-expression, a symbol of liberation. Makeup became a bold statement for women embracing the flapper lifestyle. Products were minimal but meaningful. Popular products of the era were Tangy lipstick, which is a subtle orange-based lipstick that changed color with body chemistry, making it unique to the wearer. Maybelline Cake Mascara was another popular product. The first modern mascara applied with a brush, creating a dramatic defined lashes. And then there's Coty Face Powder, an elegant, compact powder for touch-ups on the go, often housed in beautiful metal cases. And these products were more than makeup. They were symbols of freedom and self-expression in a time when women were claiming new rights and independence. Now let's jump into the 1940s. During World War II, beauty wasn't about indulgence. It was about resilience and resourcefulness. Popular products of the 40s were Victory Red lipstick by Elizabeth Arden, and this one was created specifically for women in the military to match their uniforms. This shade symbolized patriotism. And then there's Max Factor Pancake Makeup, and this one was originally developed for film stars. This foundation became popular with everyday women for its smooth, flawless finish. And then of course there is Pond's Cold Cream, a skincare staple for cleansing and moisturizing during a time where resources were limited. And I started using Pond's again, honestly. It's really good for removing your makeup, and I use it first and then I use a hot washcloth and then I do another cleanse after with a different product. And every product carried a sense of pride and purpose. A tube of red lipstick wasn't just makeup, it was a morale booster in difficult times. And now let's jump into the 50s, the glamour of post-war prosperity. After the sacrifices of wartime, the 1950s brought a return to glamour and indulgence. And popular products were Revlon Fire and Ice lipstick, and this iconic red became a must-have thanks to an unforgettable advertising campaign featuring a glamorous model in a sparkling gown. Then we have Max Factor Erase Concealer, one of the first concealers available, and it helped women achieve that flawless look seen on Hollywood stars. Then we have Elena Rubinstein's Mascara Matic, and this was the first automatic mascara in a tube with a wand applicator simplifying eye makeup. Then there is Chanel No. 5. Though launched earlier, this perfume cemented its status as the ultimate luxury fragrance in the 50s. A lot of that had to do with Marilyn Monroe as well. And women embraced matching lips, nails, and outfits, creating polished, cohesive looks inspired by the glamour of Hollywood icons like Marilyn Monroe and Grace Kelly. Stepping into the 70s, natural beauty and minimalism. The 1970s rejected the consumerism of previous decades, favoring individuality and simplicity. Popular products in the 70s were Bon Bell Lip Smackers. Introduced in 1973, these flavored lip balms were fun, practical, and a staple for teens embracing that natural look. Then there's CoverGirl Clean Makeup. This lightweight foundation promoted the idea of a fresh, clean complexion without heavy coverage. And then earth-toned eyeshadows were super popular, reflecting the decade's love for natural colors and textures. And then there was Vaseline, which was a popular multi-purpose product used from everything from moisturizing to create that dewy skin look. And beauty in the 70s was all about simplicity simplicity and self-expression, with a growing interest in natural, cruelty-free products and minimalistic routines. Now let's go into the 1990s, the rise of aspirational beauty. By the 90s, beauty became more aspirational, but still focused on iconic staples rather than overwhelming choices. Popular products of the era were MAC lipsticks. There's tons of neutral browns like Twig and Spice, and these brownish shades were must-have, defining the grunge look. And even Rachel on Friends had a nice MAC lipstick that she wore. And then obviously there's Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, which again was still popular in the 70s and 80s as well, with its iconic pink and green tube. And this mascara became a makeup egg essential for its reliable formula and easy application. And then Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion was a skincare classic for achieving the healthy, dewy look that was popular in the 90s. And then of course, Urban Decay eyeshadows, known for their bold, edgy colors, and these eyeshadows were a staple for those who want to stand out in the grunge alternative scenes. And the 90s were defined by supermodels and designer brands, but beauty was still approachable. A simple routine of mascara, lip gloss, and skincare was enough to achieve an effortless, chic look. As we've seen, each decade had its own relationship with beauty and consumption. The 20s cherished simplicity, the 40s emphasized resourcefulness, the 50s celebrated glamour, while the 70s embraced minimalism and the 1990s focused on aspiration. Compared to today's endless launches and overwhelming choices, the past reminds us of the joy that comes from meaningful, intentional beauty. But somewhere along the way, beauty shifted. Instead of cherishing a few beloved products, we've been caught in a cycle of hyperconsumption. Chapter 3, the hyperconsumption model that takes over our skin. So how did we go from simpler, more intentional routines to the overwhelming world of a 15-step skincare and constant new launches? Let's explore how fast beauty, social media, and restock culture have taken control of our skin and our wallets. Fast beauty and social media. Fast beauty, like fast fashion, thrives on trends that come and go in weeks. But what makes it so powerful? It starts with the viral TikTok video or Instagram post. An influencer showcases a miracle serum or moisturizer, claiming it's the secret to perfect skin. The product sells out almost immediately and the buzz around it grows. A week later, a new must-have product takes its place. The endless cycles creates a sense of urgency and fear of missing out, leaving consumers constantly chasing the next big thing. Skincare routines are no longer personal rituals. They become performances. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok have transformed beauty into a viral experience. We're no longer buying products for how they make us feel or how well they work. We're buying for the aesthetic and the appeal of the packaging and the validation of others. A shelfie, a photo of your skincare shelf with the right products, can feel as important as the products themselves. I mean, I've been guilty of this, kind of scrolling through TikTok and then seeing all these people with these pretty containers and packagings, and I've gotten suckered in and bought several products on Sephora, and I'm guilty of all of it. Social media has made beauty trends move faster than ever before. While beauty trends in the 50s or 90s could last years, today's trends last weeks or even days. The constant flux makes us feel like we're always behind, pushing us to buy more just to keep up. Skincare used to be about care, simple, effective, and soothing. Today, it's about complexity and excess. In the 1940s, a cold cream like Pond's might be enough for cleansing and moisturizing. In the 70s, a basic routine with Vaseline or a simple moisturizer was the norm. Today, the beauty industry has convinced us that we need a multi-step ritual to achieve perfect skin. Cleanser, toner, serum, essence, eye cream, oil, exfoliator, sunscreen, and a mask, and the list goes on. While some steps are beneficial, most routines are bloated by products we don't actually need. Ironically, using too many products can harm your skin. Over-exfoliating, layering incompatible ingredients, or overwhelming your skin barrier often leads to irritation and breakouts. Yet, the industry benefits from the cycle of damage and repair. It creates new problems that require even more products to fix. Social media comparisons fuel this obsession with overcomplication. When influencers showcase their 15-step routines or holy grail products, we feel pressure to mimic them. Instead of listening to our skin's needs, we're following trends dictated by others. Even with the cabinets full of products, we're made to feel like it's never enough. There's always a new ingredient. Retinol, hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, or a new method like slugging. or gua sha that we're told we must try. This cycle of inadequacy ensures that we keep buying. Brands now create artificial scarcity with limited edition products and restocks, pressuring us to buy immediately, or we risk missing out. Limited edition collections and frequent product restocks aren't about meeting demand, they're about creating hype. When a product sells out quickly, it signals exclusivity, making it feel more desirable. This tactic preys on our fear of missing out, turning beauty into a competitive sport. In the 50s, beauty products were designed to last. Lipstick shades like Revlon, Fire and Ice were classics that remained on our shelves for years. In contrast, today's products are often discontinued or replaced within months, forcing us to constantly adapt and buy more. Restock culture manipulates us into thinking we're running out of time. How often have you seen the product labeled almost sold out or only a few left? These tactics make us feel like we have to act now or lose our chance forever. It's an intentional ploy to create urgency and drive sales. This constant churn of products isn't just harmful to consumers, it's harmful to the planet. The frequent launches and limited edition collections generate excessive waste from packaging to unsold inventory. The cycle of overproduction mirrors fast fashion's devastating environmental impact. The hyperconsumption model has shifted beauty from a personal, intentional experience to an overwhelming, high-pressure market. Instead of savoring a few beloved products, we're drowning in options, trends, and urgency. Where beauty once felt like a self-expression, it now feels like an obligation. Where skincare was once about care, it's now about performance. And where products were once made to last, they're now designed to be replaced. This isn't just about beauty, it's about how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. The industry has turned self-care into a business model, leaving us perpetually unsatisfied and searching for more. Chapter 4: Why Nothing Feels Special Anymore. The biggest difference between beauty then and now is how we approach it. Beauty used to be about the connection between you and your products, a personal ritual, a moment of joy. Today, the connection has been replaced by a performative, fleeting relationship. It's not just about what we use, it's about how we present it. In the 50s, beauty was something intimate. Women applied their makeup at home, perhaps in front of a vanity, savoring the moment. The goal was to feel polished and confident and put together for the day. Today, beauty routines have been transformed into a public performance thanks to social media. Instead of asking, how does this product make me feel? We're asking, how will this look in a flat lay or a shelfie? Skincare jars and lipsticks have become props for content. Packaging is often designed to be photogenic, prioritizing aesthetics over functionality or sustainability. This shift reduces beauty to its visual appeal, disconnecting us from the actual experiences of using these products. Social media encourages us to present a curated version of ourselves. Filters, editing, and lighting create unattainable beauty standards, making us feel like we need to keep buying products to achieve an ideal that doesn't exist. In the 1970s, beauty was about individuality. Women embraced their unique features and quirks. Today, photo culture pushes us towards conformity and erasing the joy of self-expression. Social media platforms like TikTok thrive on trends that move at a lightning-fast speed. A product can go viral one week and be forgettable the next. This makes us feel like we're constantly falling behind. When products are churned out so quickly they lose their value. In the 50s, women treated beauty products as small luxuries. Tubes of lipstick and a bottle of Chanel No. 5 perfume wasn't just a purchase, it was a treasured item. Women saved up for these products, used them sparingly, and felt immense pride in owning them. Today, the fast beauty model has made products feel disposable. We're encouraged to buy, try, and move on to the next launch without ever forming a real connection to the items we use. And I do love the idea of just having one really nice signature perfume and just using the entire bottle every day, and then when it's done, you just buy it again instead of having like 50 different perfumes. I don't know, it does get overwhelming because most of the time you can't even use all the perfumes and they expire. In the mid-20th century, beauty brands built their reputations on timeless staples. Products like Max Factor's Pancake, Estee Lauder's Youth Dew perfume were iconic, staying relevant for decades, and a lot of these products still are relevant. Now brands are more focused on constant innovation and seasonal collections. A product might be on the shelves for only a few months before it's replaced by the next big thing. This constant churn leaves no room for nostalgia or attachment. With the rise of fast beauty, the emphasis has shifted from quality to quantity. Drugstore aisles and online shops are packed with new launches, but many products are rushed to market, sacrificing thoughtful formulation for quick profits. This wasn't the case in the 40s or the 70s, when products were designed to last and deliver real results. The fleeting nature nature of modern beauty makes it hard to find joy in one product. When we're constantly buying and discarding products, we lose the emotional connection to them. Think about the women in the 1920s who carried beautifully designed compacts, or the woman of the 50s who had a signature lipstick shade. I mean, to be fair, the product packaging back then was all glass, it was really well made, and it was more beautiful, so you would want to cherish it more, because now everything's just plastic. And these products became part of their identity. And today our beauty products feel interchangeable and forgettable. They have no emotional value. The excitement of buying new products has been replaced by a sense of obligation. We feel pressure to keep up with the trends, the latest launches, and fit into the fast-paced world of beauty. Instead of feeling empowered, many of us feel overwhelmed. In the past, products were cherished because women had time to form a relationship with them. A signature perfume or lipstick would be a lifelong companion. Now we're encouraged to try something new before we've even finished what we've already have. This constant turnover leaves us feeling empty, as if we're always searching for something better. But what can we learn from the past? So how do we reclaim the joy in beauty? By looking back. Focus on quality over quantity, invest in products that you love and allow them to become part of your identity. Like the women of the 50s, treat beauty as something to savor, not something to consume mindlessly. And rediscover a ritual by bringing intentionality back into your routine. Set aside time to enjoy the process of applying your favorite products, just as women did in the 20s with their cherished compacts and powders. Step away from the pressure of the photo culture and trends. Beauty should be about how you feel, not about how your products look on your vanity or your shelfie. Resist the urge to accumulate and focus on finding products that truly bring you joy and that work for your skin. Nostalgia teaches us that a single, well-loved lipstick can hold more value than an entire drawer of forgotten items. Chapter 5. Reclaiming joy in beauty. So how do we find joy in beauty again? By looking to the past for inspiration. The 1940s and the 1970s taught us that less is more. Find products that work for you with quality over quantity. And be intentional. Like women in the 50s, approach beauty as something to savor. Choose products that work for you and ignore the hype. Restock culture and viral trends are designed to manipulate us. Take a step back and ask yourself, do I need this? Or am I just being swept up to the frenzy? Will this product actually make me happy? And let's go back to a time where beauty wasn't about what others think or see. Let it be personal again, about how it makes you feel. Beauty should bring us joy, not stress. By simplifying, being intentional, and rejecting hyper-consumerism, we can rediscover the magic that beauty once had. And let me know in the comments below, how is your beauty routine? Do you get sucked in buying a ton of products? Do you always go back to like your old faithfuls? Let me know in the comments below. I mean, when I say all these things, I am guilty of being sucked in and doing all of the above. So I'm trying to be more intentional myself, and just for my own skin's sake, because I notice sometimes when I experiment too much, it actually hurts my skin. I end up getting breaking out, dry skin. So, I mean, it's for the best. Anyways, let me know in the comments below how you treat your beauty routine and if you really use social media to do your shopping for beauty. I'm always curious how other people interpret what's going on with social media and TikTok. All right, thanks for watching.